Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and yes, the holiday season, the Christmas season is upon us. The tree looks good. No, I did not decorate, but plenty of time for decorating in the weeks ahead. Okay, this week on Inside Golf, we'll have a Rothman tip on how to loosen up and exercise in the cold weather to help improve your game if you're going to be out there golfing over the winter months. Also, we'll have our teed-off panel taking a look at 2015, maybe their dream foursome for the year, and how they hope to improve their game. And our traveling golfer with a trip to Mesquite, Nevada. I wonder if it's warmer there. It's all coming up next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with PGNplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to PGNplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on PGNplus.com. Book your tee time today.
Now for our Fit Tip of the Week, presented by Philadelphia PGA partner Rothman Institute, the region's largest orthopedic provider. As the cold weather moves in, the Philadelphia PGA and Rothman Institute would like to provide tips and tricks for you to stay healthy, fit, and golf ready this winter. Here to help us deliver these tips each week, PGA professional Scott Riley and sports medicine surgeon Dr. Paul Marchetto from Rothman Institute.
Thanks, Leela. We're back with some of our fit tips here, and I'm with Dr. Marchetto. We're going to talk a little bit about exercising in the cold weather. You know, in the summer it's really nice and everybody loves to get outside, but the weather turns bad and we still want to exercise. Talk a little bit, Doc, about how that affects your body when you're exercising in some of the cold temperatures.
Sure. All right, Scott. So, good question. When you think about running outside in the normal warm weather, no real issues. You're perspiring, you got to drink a lot of fluids, and that makes all sense. However, when it's really cold out, a couple of things happen. Cardiovascular system's pumping away as it would. The blood pressure goes up, but you get some things that are happening outside. So your fingers and your periphery are getting less blood. The blood is constricted in the fingers, so your hands go cold, your ears get cold. So you want to really bundle up. You got a hat on to keep that heat from going out of your core. You have to wear a muffler so your ears are covered. And you want to cover your mouth so that you warm up that air before it goes down the respiratory tract. If you have a little asthma, people have talked about exercise asthma, induced asthma. That cold air, when it hits your windpipe and goes down into your brachial passage, the alveoli, the little compartments inside your lungs, constrict and you start a coughing spell. And you've seen patients or your buddies do that, and they have to use their inhaler. So you really want to warm up that air before it gets down into the windpipe by covering your mouth with a little muffler of sorts. Your hands have to be covered because, again, restrictions give you those frostbite feelings where your numbness, tingling goes in your hands. You got to cover those up. And the other thing that people forget about is fluids. Even though it's cold out, you're still perspiring. You have multiple layers on. You're wicking that perspiration away from your body, and you're losing fluid, so you have to drink and make sure it's not ice water. Of course, it's body temperature water. And finally, I would say watch coffee. Coffee is a diuretic. It will increase fluid output, so you really need to think about what you're drinking as well as how much you're drinking.
Those are great, Doc. Given that cold temperatures, we're talking about impact a lot. So people start to feel like, wow, my back, I can feel it in my hips, I feel it in my knees. Are there exercises you would recommend that maybe are less impact that can help in these cold temperatures as well?
Well, sure. I mean, the problem is running outside, everything is much harder. You're on cement. Even the turf that you would run on is hard. So you would think about doing something in your shoes, your inserts, getting some of these newer viscoelastic inserts that absorb a lot of that energy on impact, or change it up. How about biking instead? Elliptical rider, using swimming as your alternative cross training to really keep your cardiovascular winter exercise program going without hurting yourself running in the cold.
Hey, Doc, those are great tips, and you can never out-train a good diet. So make sure you're watching what you eat, take care of yourself. You'll be hitting those links and scoring low.
Thanks, Doc.
In 1916, a small group of dedicated golfers decided to turn their passion into a business. And the PGA of America was born. Our plan was to teach golf and to run golf courses. But along the way, we learned we taught something much more valuable than a game. And we built something far more enduring than clubhouses or fairways. So now, after almost 100 years, we've come to realize that what we thought would be a success story has always been, and always will be, a love story. From the 28,000 dedicated professionals at the PGA of America to the 27 million men, women, and children who share the passion that is our business. Thank you.
If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, martinis, the mob, business, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists like George Anastasia, Bill Lyon, Sam Carchidi, and many others. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com. Welcome back. Inside Golf continues with Teed Off today from the Founders Room at North Hills Country Club. And our panel has Harry Mays from 97.5 The Fanatic. You can hear him every weekday morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Bob Shepard, longtime PGA professional in the Philadelphia area. He's written some books. He does his blog and keeps us up to date on what's going on with golf, both in the Philadelphia area and a little history from around the world. And from myphillygolf.com, Mr. Joe Logan. Fellas, I thought we'd, since we got a new year coming here, 2015, maybe some things you have on your bucket list that you'd like to accomplish in 2015. Be it someplace you'd like to play. I know you've played just about everywhere in the world, though, Shep, so that list is pretty short. Or people you'd like to play with. Maybe what you'd like to do with your game, Joe. Lower your handicap 2 or 3 shots. You know, time is yours. What are some of the important things you'd like to see happen with you in golf in 2015?
Well, first and foremost is getting my handicap back to single digits. I, for a long time, was a low single-digit player. Those days are in my rearview mirror, and now I'm just trying to get back to the high single digits. If I can do that, I'll be happy.
But you've had a couple hip replacements and also
Exactly.
it hasn't been a straight line for you
No, it has not.
going from a low handicapper to a high handicapper.
No, it has not. It's been a bumpy road, but you know, it's a good road to be on. I'll take the bumps.
Good luck with that. Harry, I know you got something on that bucket list.
Well, I've got a lot longer way to go to get to the single digits than Joe, but I'd love to, you know, obviously get closer to 80, as every, you know, a lot of people can commiserate with that. But
Absolutely.
as far as a golf foursome, this could happen this year. It would involve you and 2 Temple basketball coaches. One, the former great Hall of Famer John Chaney, and Fran Dunphy, the current coach. We go out to Walnut Lane and play 18 holes.
Coach Chaney's home
That's his
course.
hood. That's his hangout.
Yeah,
over there.
he's never seen the last 3 holes, though, because
when it comes to number 15 green, he says, that's it.
That's it.
I've had enough strokes.
Go to the clubhouse.
Let's go in and have a libation and tell some more lies. But I've had the pleasure of playing with actually yourself in another venue, and Coach Cheney and Coach Dunphy. So maybe we can put that
all together. Yeah.
Absolutely. How about you, Shep? What possibly could be on your bucket list?
Well, I tell you, we have two really big time things going on next year, and one is the Walker Cup. It's going to be at Lytham at St. Anne's, and I don't know if anybody else appreciates as much as me, but the Walker Cup is such a supreme tournament. It's real golf, and it's done by real players that are really interested, and there's no Ryder Cup money, there's no money, there's no President's Cup.
It's not as
pure
commercialized
golf.
as what we see with professional golf events.
Exactly, and I thought it would be nice to play after the Walker Cup. Go over and play the course that they played on. I think that'd be a joy. And the other thing is the Open. The British Open is going to be at St. Andrews next year, and I have been fortunate enough to do that before. I was the first off after the Open a few years ago, and that's special when you play the championship course right after they play it. And I did it at Troon also, and it's really it's a great feeling. And I'd like to do that again. I'm not playing a lot of golf right now, but I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. You know,
that'd be worth giving it a shot.
That'd be worth giving it a roll. Yeah, it'd be a good bucket list, so to speak.
You know, Harry talked about a dream foursome that he'd like to play in. You've had the opportunity to play professionally, so you have played. Who are the most famous golfers that you have played a round of golf with?
Let me say, some of the most fun I've had was I was with Fuzzy and Tommy Bolt down in Florida at the Pabst Blue Ribbon in Fort Myers, and Fuzzy was coming out of the junior college. Tommy Bolt was he was the epitome of class.
He was near the end of his career?
Yeah, he was at the end. He had the feather and the cap and everything, but he was still polished up, like he got the nails, and he was remarkable. And what a great time we had telling stories and lies and talking about the gallery. And we drew a big crowd, too. We had, who the heck was the long drive cut? The guy that was so long in those days, he was in back of us. And he
kept driving into your foursome?
He couldn't get to us.
No.
And Bolt kept saying, "Come on!" He kept yelling back to him, "Hit it!" And we had a good time. That was back when the camaraderie was a little easier than it is today, too. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you? I mean, in your years of covering golf and the tour and everything, what did you have any chance to play with some really famous golfers?
I played with Fuzzy once at Aronimink when they were hosting the PGA Senior Championship, I guess it was. Yeah. And what I remember about that round playing with Fuzzy is, we all know Fuzzy's like, he hardly looks like an athlete, but up close, he was a remarkable athlete. He had a powerful swing. I just never appreciated it till I was standing there next to him. But yeah, I've played with any number of, like Tom Lehman I played with Sean O'Hare a couple times. Furyk, I think I played with once. I played with a lot of club pros and things like that. A lot of good amateurs, but
you know, you bring up some names, playing with some guys who, you know, at one time were at the top of their game. I had a chance one time, I guess it's 15 years ago, Tarsdale, Frankfurt, where Bob and I were recently to see the restoration. I had Tom Wargo up there. Tom Wargo. Yeah. Really, I don't think he played on the regular tour, did he? Didn't he?
His senior tour.
He just went right, and when he turned 50, went out on the senior tour, and he was one of these guys that probably won over the course of 2 years 8 or 10 events. Yeah. Remember, blonde? He sort of looked like Greg Norman. Right. Yeah. What a nice guy he was. Right. And he was up at Tarsdale putting on a clinic or something, and I happened to be the guy that they picked to play, you know, 9 holes with him. Boy, that was a lot of fun. And he got it. Yeah. So many of these guys just don't get it. No. You know, a pro-am and an event like that, you know, they don't talk to who they're playing with, their partners. I heard the story, I won't mention any names, of one pro who almost went out of his way to be rude to the 3 amateurs who put up a sizable amount of money, you know, to play in the thing. Yeah. And all of a sudden they get to the 18th hole, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a little bit of money to be won by the pros in the winning foursome on a pro-am for a normal tour event. All of a sudden this guy's going around lining up putts and everything like that. And it comes to one guy, he had like a 3-footer. And if he makes it, they would have won the whole thing. You know what he did? He knocked it off the green. And he said, pardon my
Right.
English, but you know what he said. And he said, you know, you're not getting any money today. And that's how I got back at him
You're
for
not
being a
taking
jerk
the
for
toll roads
17
next
holes.
week.
Yeah. But
That's
and it was a
interesting.
well-known player both on the regular
Right.
tour and the PGA Tour. But like I said, I'll protect him. He'll remain anonymous. And that's it for Teed Off. Think about your bucket list, and I hope you have a chance to get through and have a fun time in 2015 with that list. Inside Golf continues with more in just a moment.
What if we told you that you could get more distance by increasing loft? What if the pros were increasing their loft a full degree or more mid-season? That's what happens when we move weight low and forward. Are you ready for more distance? SLDR from TaylorMade.
Susquehanna Wealth Management can help a company develop a retirement plan for their employees through our Retirement Plan Services division. We have a team dedicated to servicing qualified plans that can work with the plan sponsor on developing a robust retirement plan. We have the resources and experienced personnel to provide services in all facets of a retirement plan, including plan design and administration, investment selection and monitoring, fiduciary support, and employee education. Susquehanna Wealth Management can provide an analysis of a current plan's fees, investment lineup, and plan design, and make suggestions for areas that may be enhanced. The plan's costs and investment lineup will be benchmarked against peers in order to provide plan sponsors with a gauge as to how their plan compares. Once a company decides to move forward with Susquehanna Wealth Management, we will work with the client to develop a timeline to make a change that best fits their goals and workflow. The Retirement Plan Services representative will monitor the timeline and manage the action items to ensure a seamless conversion. Our representatives are also available to provide on-site communication meetings for the employees to explain the changes. Susquehanna Wealth Management takes pride in the hands-on approach we take with our clients. We strive to personalize our services to best meet the client's needs, and every plan and every company's situation is different, so we seek the best platform and overall plan design to best fit the client.
Where can you find a putting green with a view like this? Here in the desert, Mesquite, Nevada. The canyons of the Mesquite area are a topographical feature visitors never forget. At Falcon Ridge Golf Club, they'll be playing over, around, and through those canyons. There are elevation changes of 200 feet from green to tee or green to fairway. And all of it winds through this roller coaster ride of a golf course. And don't forget to top off your day with a post-round drink from the grill room atop Falcon Ridge, and an even more amazing view from the patio. The Oasis Club is a 36-hole retreat right in the center of Mesquite. First course, the Palmer course, is a design of the famous Arnold Palmer design team. Very generous and inviting to play. It also has some of the finest constructed green complexes in the area, a little less severe than some of the other courses. And of course, there's the same elevation changes you find on all the courses in the Mesquite area, including the sister course at Oasis, the Canyons course. Again, the elevation changes. Again, well-designed green complexes, a lot of fun with holes that are more inviting and not quite as long as you find on some of the other courses, allowing for play for people of all skill levels. 1 hour north of Mesquite is another golf venue, and making the drive through the Virgin River Gorge is part of the pleasure of the trip to Sand Hollow Golf Club. This journey is almost a spiritual experience and should put you in the proper frame of mind to play one of the greatest golf courses in all of America. Sand Hollow Golf Club, the masterpiece of architect John Fote. When this course opened just about 10 years ago, it was voted the #1 new golf course in America, and for good reason. It's a beautifully balanced design. The front 9 opens gently, but with majestic mountains in the background to give you plenty of eye candy for your trip through the fairways. Then you come to a back 9 that's built on a ledge overlooking the valley many, many, many feet below. A truly unique feature of the course is the red rocks and the red sand. You might think it's hard clay, but it's not. It's soft, fluffy, and easy to get out of. You can only say one word when describing this trip to Sand Hollow, and that is spectacular. The entire area features some of the most unique golf in America. It also has become a mecca for long drive championships. The RE/MAX National Long Drive Championship has been held here. And now we take a look at another premier event, the Para Long Drive World Championship. Any long drive championship involves amazing distances and amazing athletes. At the Para Long Drive World Championship, the athletes are amazing for 2 reasons. 1, because of what they do with the golf ball, and 2, because of what they have to overcome in order to do it. One of the most amazing stories out here at this Long Drive Championship, Paul Ebert from Alberta, Canada. In a work accident, connecting wires, was electrocuted. They amputated both legs below the knee, one hand, and a couple of fingers on the other hand. Yet after all of that, he's competing out here in Mesquite.
Through confusion and miscommunication, they turned the power on me, and what I took was 14,400 volts. Taking 85 hours of surgery, it was quite a brutal process. I said, I got to get back, do something. I got to make the best of this as I can, you know. So then I started golfing, probably hitting the ball 125 yards, going up to 150, and then gradually to 200 and probably 250. I was a golfer, but after I came back, I probably came back at 80% somewhere in there, I would say. But you know, it's all really inspiring to do something, and really to meet all these people here. It's awesome. All these guys that are here, they all survived, they all recovered.
There is a variety of athletes competing in the Para Long Drive World Championship. They're all amazing, but 3.5-year-old Tommy Morrissey stole the show.
1, 2, 3, go!
The Para Long Drive World Championship brings people from all over the world to Mesquite, Nevada. So who do we find? Adam Benza, Hellertown, Pennsylvania, local guy. First one we had to look up, and he had quite an experience out here in Mesquite, right, Adam?
Yeah, you know, it's a blast coming out here, meeting all these guys. I know a lot already, but getting out here and seeing how far these guys hit the ball is absolutely insane.
And while he was out here, he just poked one out there just a little ways.
It was 288. I can't hit it as far as these guys out here hitting it 360 yards, but I always figure I'm one of the youngest guys out here, so I got a few years to gain a little more muscle.
Adam Benza, we had to come all the way to Mesquite, Nevada to talk to a guy from the Lehigh Valley.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for having me.
At the World Championship, there were many different winners in many different divisions. That's because there are many different disabilities. But in the open division, that's where you find the longest of the long. And this year, it was Jared Brents. His winning drive, 348 yards into the desert air.
I was born with arthrogryposis and club feet, and what ended up happening was I had 3 corrective surgeries. I was a Shriner's patient all my life, and then they pretty much said when I was 12, they gave me 3 options. They said, you know, you can stay as you are, which at the time I was in a wheelchair. You could have a fusion of your knees and ankles, and you would pretty much walk like Frankenstein. Or 3, you could go with the amputation, and we ended up going with the amputation. And fast forward, Dean Jarvis, I see him on the golf course, and he's telling me about how he's putting together a golf event for amputees. He wanted me to be a part of it, so I was really thankful to. he had a lot with getting me to where I am now. Definitely want to train a little bit more and take my chances at Remax one day and just see how I could do there. But I think this off season I can definitely work on that and increase my club head speed and see if I can't come out here and make an impact with the Remax. That would be fun.
Even all the way out west in Mesquite, we found golfers from the Philadelphia area getting their first taste of desert golf, and now they're headed to the airport. Guys, how did you like Mesquite?
Awesome!
Yeah. More happy traveling golfers.
American owned, family operated. Since 1829. No bull. Just lager. From America's oldest brewery, Yuengling.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth.
That's this week's edition of Inside Golf. Next week, we'll take a look at what's being done at Tarsdale Frankfurt Country Club. It's now the Union League at Tarsdale Golf Club. And architect Stephen Kay will give us an update on some of the renovations being made to that iconic Philadelphia Golf Club. Also, in the weeks ahead, we'll see the efforts underway to put Johnny McDermott, the first American to win the U.S. Open, into the World Golf Hall of Fame. I'm Harry Donahue. Thanks for joining us. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.